Why Taylor Lautner got blacklisted by Hollywood. Kristen Stewart, Robert Pattinson, and Jacob from Twilight. How did his Twilight co-stars, with the exception of Taylor Lautner, become household names in their own right? Have you ever wondered why we haven't seen Taylor Lautner on film recently? Hello and welcome back to Off-Cam Celebs. In today's video, we will be talking about why Taylor Lautner got blacklisted by Hollywood. Let's get started. Early start. Taylor Lautner has been performing since he was a child. He was a martial arts enthusiast who began taking classes at the age of 6. Imagine earning his black belt at the age of 8, just 2 years later. But that wasn't enough for the determined youngster, who had won the Junior World Championship 3 times by the age of 12. Except for karate, Taylor Lautner was also involved in baseball, football, and hip-hop dancing while in junior high school, which was also the time when Lautner made his first attempt at show business, when his karate coach suggested he auditioned for a Burger King commercial. When he was 10, Taylor Lautner parents decided to relocate to California so that their son could pursue a career in acting. Their fortune finally came upon and he started to appear in ad commercials and small TV and film roles like Bernie Mac's show, My Wife and Kids, and Summerland. But if you think it was all nice and easy, you're wrong. In an interview to Rolling Stone, Lautner later revealed that he was bullied in school because he was an actor. It wasn't physically, well, he's a Karate Kid man, but when people make fun of what you do, it can really be disappointing, right? Fortunately, Taylor Lautner knew exactly what he wanted to do in life, and no bullies could stop him, as the actor said in an interview. I just had to tell myself I can't let this get to me. This is what I love to do, and I'm going to be continuing doing it. The big breakthrough. Taylor Lautner landed his first lead role in 2005. It was an adventure film called The Adventures of Shark Boy and Lava Girl in 3D, directed by Robert Rodriguez himself. The movie was relatively unsuccessful, but it brought Lautner a nomination for Best Performance at 2006 and Young Artist Awards in 2008. Taylor Lautner landed the role of Jacob Black in the new iconic film Twilight. Did Taylor ever think that this role would change his life? Because he only auditioned for Jacob because his agent insisted on it. The success of the very first movie far exceeded all expectations, and Taylor Lautner rose to an almost instant worldwide fame, together with his co-star Kristen Stewart and Robert Pattinson. In 2009, Lautner was nominated for Male Breakthrough Performance at MTV Movie Awards, but the award went to Pattinson. However, that wasn't the worst thing that happened, or more accurately, almost happened to Taylor Lautner after Twilight. Standby mode. When you're just 16 and the whole world already knows your face, do you think that could be your peak? Nope, you expect more, and so did Taylor Lautner, especially taking it into account that his presence on screen was supposed to be considerably extended into the next part of the Twilight saga. But it appeared that the director of the new Twilight movie wanted to recast the role of Jacob. According to Stephanie Meyer's novels, the character of the young werewolf undergoes major physical changes before the New Moon film, so the director was actively looking for someone bigger to replace Taylor Lautner. Thankfully, being an experienced sportsman, Taylor hit the gym and weight trained to buff out, so that there was no need to recast. And thank God, the actor gained approximately 30 pounds of muscle, which made his co-star, Robert Pattinson, worry about his own future on Twilight Saga. Pattinson confessed that he was taken aback by Lautner's body and even thought he'd be fired, and that was true. As soon as New Moon hit and the feeders, the director acknowledged Lautner's contribution to the success of the movie. He admitted that Jacob, portrayed by Lautner, managed to become physically and, what's more important, emotionally appealing to the audience, which led to the infamous Team Edward and Team Jacob divide. What more could one ask for? Worldwide fame. Within just a couple of years, Taylor Lautner rocketed from being totally unknown to the top of the list of the most attractive people in the world and one of the highest paid teen actors. Lautner certainly knows how much he owes his success to the Twilight saga. He admitted in an interview that for him it was absolutely unreal. I didn't see it coming at all. None of us did, and I'm just crazy thankful that what this has given all of us and the opportunities it's given us as actors after the success of the rest of the films on the saga. Lautner's place in Hollywood seems to be secured despite getting praised by critics. He wasn't in a hurry to get new roles between the shooting for the Twilight movies. Taylor took part in only 2 films and a small role in a star-studded romantic comedy, Valentine's Day. And the lead role in the action movie Abduction, his partner in Valentine's Day, was the singer Taylor Swift. And it was also her film debut. Lautner said that he instantly clicked with Swift on set because aside from being beautiful, she's extremely funny, charismatic, and fun to be around. He revealed notwithstanding the generally negative reviews for both the movie and performance of Lautner and Swift, they were nominated for the MTV Movie Awards for Best Kiss, and that was the beginning of his romantic relationship. So he clearly had it all, the fame, money, and a cool girlfriend. But was it really that simple? Hell no. The media turned him into a living teen idol by overexploiting his physique to some extent. For example, Taylor Lautner appeared on the cover of Rolling Stone magazine in a wet t-shirt, and that was when he hadn't turned 18 yet. It caused quite the controversy and also triggered allegations of his homosexuality, especially when Lautner declined to comment on the nature of his relationship with Taylor Swift. But at the same time, in 2010, The Hollywood Reporter named Lautner one of the young male actors who are pushing or being pushed into taking over Hollywood as the new A-listers. Nobody expected that to be the beginning of the end of Taylor Lautner's successful career. Big price tag. The success of Twilight made Taylor one of the most highly paid actors after the mind-blowing earnings from the film series. His price was set pretty high. Imagine that Stuart Pattinson and Taylor Lautner got really huge paychecks for the franchise. According to New York Magazine, each young actor earned a whopping $25 million for the 2-part of the Twilight saga Breaking Dawn, plus 7.5% of its gross revenue, which made around $41 million in total. That placed the 3 among the highest paid actors of all time, exceeding even the main cast of the Harry Potter franchise. In comparison, Daniel Radcliffe reportedly made only around $50 million for the 2-part Deathly Hallows film. Sad but true. It was one of the reasons behind the decline of his career. The other was lame choice of roles, but we'll come back to that later because studios were not really ready to pay a tidy little sum to the actor, whose acting performance was questionable. Taylor Lautner got $5 million for his first ever Twilight lead role in Abduction in 2011. To star in his action film seemed to be a smart move given Taylor's physique and experience in martial arts, and Abduction had all the chances to become a hit because it was released while the Taylor hype was still high, and its cast included then aspiring young actress Lily Collin and established performance like Alfred Molina, Sigourney Weaver, Jason Isaacs, and Maria Bello, but it was Lautner's awkward acting that vexed the critics and triggered many harsh reviews. For example, The Village Voice claimed that the actor looked very much like a stranger in his own performance. Unfortunately, the movie didn't even manage to break on its bucket domestically, but that didn't stop Lautner from asking for a $7.5 million to star in the now shelved movie Stretch Armstrong. At approximately the same time, Taylor was offered a role in the film Goliath, where he would be playing the biblical David alongside Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. For his role, he charged even more, a whopping $10 million. But both projects ended up on the shelf, and rumor has it that one of the reasons for postponing the production process was probably for good was Lautner's involvement in both movies. Producers simply didn't think he was worth the money. Bad choice of roles. This time, Taylor Lautner learned his lesson and made another seemingly smart move. He changed the type of characters and movies chosen, trying hard to get rid of his image of the shirtless guy. Taylor turned his face to comedy just for a change. He made a cameo in Grown Ups 2, and it probably appeared to be fun because Lautner soon got the role on the successful British sitcom Coco. Replacing Andy Samberg, he portrayed one of the main characters for a whole 2 seasons and left the show having been called by his co-star Greg Davis a thoroughly decent chap. Davis also hinted in an interview with Metro and remained open for Lautner as there were 2 more series planned that he could be a part of. Unfortunately, that hasn't happened years after the interview, and we wonder what was the outcome of Taylor's next film. And namely, Ridiculous 6, Adam Sandler's Western comedy movie, has been called different names including horribly lazy, aimless, and even offensive to Native Americans, and generally not even worth being included on Lautner. CV, so what's the real reason behind Hollywood not casting Taylor Lautner anymore? Is it this bad choice of projects, or it's his poor acting skills? What's Taylor Lautner's up to right now? We haven't heard of Taylor Lautner since 2016, when he starred at the indie drama Run the Tide and played the main role in the 2nd season of Scream Queens, Run the Tide, and received generally unfavorable reviews on Rotten Tomatoes, despite the fact that, according to Lautner, it was a passion project for everyone, including the reviews on his role of Scream Queens were not favorable, but they didn't bring him any news. So what's new to Taylor Lautner up to now if he's not acting? Although his biggest earning days are in the past as of 2019, Lautner's estimated net worth is still an impressive $40 million. So for now, Taylor is simply enjoying his life. In an interview with Reuters in 2016, Taylor himself put it in like this: "For me, the biggest thing is just surrounding myself with people that I love, just spending time. Here's an example. Quite recently, in the beginning of October, he took his girlfriend Taylor Dome to New Orleans for the Saints game against the Dallas Cowboys. There, they also visited an escape room whose manager called Lautner their loyal customer. And a really down-to-earth guy, Taylor Lautner still lives with his parents. In an interview he gave while still on the Twilight saga, he revealed that luckily fame didn't change his home life. I still help out with the garbage, I still help out with the lawn, he said. Since then, not many things have changed. Lautner is a lovable guy who's nice to look at, to work with, and to spend time with. And he is definitely a great, caring big brother to his not-so-baby sister anymore, Makina. He was there when Makina had to undergo her second heart surgery, and earlier this year in April, he revealed in his Instagram that Makina is engaged and called it one for the biggest moments of his life. So while we're glad Taylor Lautner has more time to focus on love and family rather than his career, we still hope his biggest role is still ahead of him. We'll see him on a big screen again soon. After all, he's only 27 and has already proven that he can work hard and be grateful for the opportunities that come his way. Now, what can you say about these episodes? Please let us know by leaving a comment below, and if you enjoyed this video, please press the like button, turn on the notification bell, and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. Thank you for stopping by to watch. See you on our next video.